In this video, I'm going to show you how to beat the computer on Heisman or All-American, whatever difficulty you're struggling with. Now, this is more of an uncut video, something different than what I normally do because a lot of people have been complaining about this lately, and I kind of want to do this more just uncut, unfiltered, and show you what you have to do if you want to win games. Even as a bad team, you can still pull this off. It's going to be difficult. It's not supposed to be easy on Heisman, but I'm going to show you the little mistakes that you're probably making that's holding you back, and also just some ways that you want to attack the game if you want a chance to win these tough games, especially on higher difficulties. We're going to first start here in practice, and then I'm going to actually go into a game. I'm going to pick the worst team in the game, and I'm going to go on the road against the best team in the game on Heisman and show you that it's possible. So here in practice mode, we're going to go to the settings menu real quick. We're in real time here. You can see we're on Heisman. We're backing out, okay? The first thing a lot of you are messing up with, and I see this a lot, you know, in people that post clips. The first thing a lot of you are messing up with is you're doing stuff like this. Oh my God, the O-line, it's so bad. The O-line is so bad. Yeah, when you do that, the O-line is that you're not helping your O-line by doing that. This isn't Madden 04 Michael Vick. Those games, contrary to popular belief, were a lot more broken in these games, and you could do that. You can't do that in these games. I mean, you can do it if you really know what you're doing, but that's not how the average person should be trying to play. You don't want to run around, oh, the O-line, it's so bad. Yeah, because you're running into the edge defender. That's why the O-line is bad. I'm not going to say the O-line never dumbs out. Sure they do. Sure they miss blocks. It's a video game. Welcome to video games. Dumb stuff happens. But if you're doing this every play and you're mad that, oh, and then like, oh, I got out, let me just throw it up. Yeah, you're not going to win playing like this. That's not how you play. You're also not going to win a lot if you're like dropping really far back. You're not helping your O-line there either, and you're also making the pass tougher, you're making it less accurate. You need to practice climbing the pocket, and it's not a natural feeling. It doesn't feel like what you're supposed to do. It doesn't feel that you should be going towards the pass rushers. It feels natural to drift back, but that's actually not what you want to do. You can get more time in the pocket if you climb the pocket. And it's not going to happen every time. Sometimes you're going to get block shitted very quickly, but this is going to be the best thing for you to practice. You want to climb the pocket. And when you climb the pocket, okay, look, we still got block shitted there. You know why? Because we're Charlotte and we're going against Georgia. That's going to still happen sometimes. But if you have a good team, you know, it's not going to happen as often. But this is what also happens when you climb the pocket. You have a lot of opportunities to actually take off and scramble. Instead of just trying to do this because you want to run around and then saying, oh my God, the O-line is so bad because I just ran into the path of the edge rusher. What you want to do is you want to climb the pocket, and you can actually scramble this way on half of your attempts, honestly, if you just practice climbing the pocket. But what you really want to do is you want to climb the pocket, get rid of the ball. Right there, we got block shitted quick again. It's going to happen. It's Georgia and we're Charlotte. This team is 77 overall, right? But if we're getting sacked climbing the pocket, we're losing 1 to 2 yards. We're not losing 10, or we're not getting hit and throwing a pick. You know what I'm saying? We're dancing around. Like, look at the time. I'm able to buy a little bit of time by climbing the pocket. I'm still not going to have all day. If you think you're going to get all day to throw the ball, if you think you're going to get 5 seconds, you're not. But you can climb the pocket, you can take off, and you have a little bit of time to hit your quick reads. You shouldn't be trying to look deep every play. That's not going to help you. If the drag is open, take the drag. Take the quick dump down. That's the first thing you need to practice before you do anything else. It's not comfortable. It's going to take time, but you need to practice doing this, just moving around. Take the sacks. It's okay. You don't want to take a 10-yard sack. You want to take a 2 to 3 yard sack if you're going to take one. You want to practice dancing around the pocket, moving around, trying to read the blocks a little bit, still trying to, keep your peripheral vision on the field to see if something's open. Oh, there's a blitz. We got to get it out. Somebody blitzes, the ball has to come out. You can't hold it. Ball comes out if you see somebody blitz. That's why you need a check down. You need a hot read. Drag. This is Georgia. We can beat Georgia on a drag, at least half the time, but you got to take it. Instead, if you're dancing around too long back here, or you're like, we're going deep, you're not going to win playing like this. You can't go deep every play. I know it's fun, but if you want to win, you actually have to play in a way that allows you to win. Another thing a lot of people are doing when they're running the ball is they're holding the turbo or the sprint button as soon as they get it. They're just mashing down on this, and like, look, sometimes you'll still get yards doing that, but you don't want to do that because it's going to cause disengaged blocks for 2 reasons. Number one, the way the game is built, if you're hitting that sprint button, it's like the game has to communicate with the O-line one way or another, and that's telling them, hey, we're headed downfield. We need to get downfield. And so they're looking second level, but also it is coded in a way that block sheds are going to happen quicker when you press the sprint button, because if not, what I just talked about with scrambling with the QBs, you'd be able to scramble all day with QBs, and that would be not a fun or realistic game. So you don't want to hold the sprint button right away. You want to just hold the left stick. You want to maneuver. You want to hit the sprint button once you're in the open field, okay? Like Right here, I'm still not hitting sprint yet because I didn't get into like a real takeaway, spot of the field. I'm still maneuvering. If you maneuver with the stick, there's going to be a lot less instant block sheds, and you're not going to be like, oh my goodness, my run blocking is just awful. They can't block anybody. Again, this is Charlotte versus Georgia, so they should actually dominate me a good bit of the time. We're outmatched. That's what would happen in real life. But as you can see here, this is where I try to pull away. When I'm in open space, once I'm in the second level, don't hold it behind the line of scrimmage and then get mad that your blocks aren't holding. That's what's going to happen. And then when you're not holding the sprint, you can also make better cuts on the left stick. So you just want to maneuver, and look, sometimes you're only going to get 1 to 2 yards. That's the way the game is. Every run can't be a home run. Every pass can't be a bomb. You got to pick your spots, okay? Okay, we just took 7-8 yards. That's what you want. You're not going to rush it for 30 every play. All right, we're pausing the game before we start. We're going to the options, going to settings, just to show you that it is on Heisman. We're backing out. There's no cuts. There's no magic here. We're going to play all the way through with no cuts, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer gameplay, but I'm doing this to teach you. The only thing I did do was turn the play clock off just so I can kind of walk you through what I'm doing without being rushed. So what we're gonna do is we're playing a bad team versus a good team here. So we're gonna do things that are gonna give us a chance to win. So we're gonna start with the option. We're gonna use the speed option here. Okay, we're gonna use the speed option. Speed option is pretty good in this game. You can beat good teams using the speed option. We're not gonna come out here and try to air it out versus Carson Beck in Athens with Ball State. We'll never win playing that way. We have to play low risk, high reward. Run the option. Low risk, high reward. And I mean, look at that on the first play, 15 yards. And actually, we messed up because we're supposed to put our faster running back in there. These are little things. These are little things that sometimes people overlook. That running back we just ran with is 88 speed, while we have a 93 speed running back. We're playing Georgia. We need all the speed we can get. Speed guys got to be on the field. We're going to run it back with the speed option here, with him back here. This is how I want to play. I'm not going to try to air it out. I'm not going deep. Not in Georgia against Georgia. Like, no. We're not doing that. We're playing smart football here. We're going to do things that are low risk, meaning low chance to turn it over, but also chance for big play. Now we're going to go to play type. We're going to go to pass. We're going to go to quick pass, and then we have some jet touch passes, some jet zones. These are also very low risk, high reward. Can't throw a pick on a jet touch pass. It ain't going to happen. You try to air it out against Georgia, you're going to throw picks. You're not going to throw picks doing this, okay? So, okay, we see the lane. We cut it up. Now, a lot of people would have just beeline for the outside, holding down the speed burst. No. We saw a lane, we took it. Because if we go to the outside there's a chance we actually lose yards or we don't gain anything. By cutting it back up, we got yards. 3rd and 1, hey, we're not going to be better. We're not going to be better than them in the trenches, but hopefully we can for 1 yard, and we couldn't. They blew it up. I mean, that's kind of supposed to happen, but okay, we're in a manageable 4th down. Now, that doesn't mean you always have to go for it on 4th down. Sometimes you're going to want to punt it. But this is manageable, so we're going to try to go for it here. So we're going to call a play that gives us like a check down, like a drag. As you can see, we have a drag on the play. Now, we're playing on the road. That means we can't audible, really. We can't hot route most of the time. So we're at an extreme disadvantage. If we were at home, this would be significantly easier. But, okay, drag's open. Boom. I'm not even looking at anything else. Ball has to come out. Georgia's D-line is going to annihilate us. The ball has to come out. But sometimes y'all are saying the O-line, it sucks, or yeah, you're not going to have 5 seconds. Even with a good O-line, you're not going to have 5 seconds to pass. You got to climb the pocket, ball out quick, take off if it's there. Now here, I'm looking at this running back route. It's a good little Texas route. Boom, underneath, he got hit, he dropped it. That's unfortunate, but that was the right play for us to make in that situation. Let's go, again, let's go back to the speed option. It's 2nd and 10. We want to make this a manageable 3rd down. I'm not trying to air it out just yet. I'm trying to get this to a 3rd and 6 if I can. Okay, and I don't think we're actually going to be 3rd and 9. Okay, that guy was fast. He got out there. Now we got to make a play. Now we got to man up, and we got to make a play. So let's see if we can find... Again, we got to find something that doesn't really require hot routes. We're going to do flood drive. Now, the reason this is good is because we have the running back going out. We have the tight end in a flat. We've got a drag coming across. Like, we've got a lot of quick hitting options. I don't know what my icons are. I'm playing on the road as Ball State. I don't know what my icons are. Yes, it's tough. This isn't a game we're supposed to win. Now we're going to punt, and we're going to play defense. We're not supposed to win this game. I want you to keep that in mind. I'm just trying to show you that that we're not going to get blown out if we play smart. We're not going to get blown out, and we'll have a chance to win. But yeah, we're playing on the road. We can't see our icons half the time. We're going to be dominated in the trenches. We can't audible. We can't hot route. it's supposed to be hard. Now, on defense, you know, I like to stay in nickel a lot. Play bend, don't break. Play stock coverages. Cover 2-man. Cover 3. Tampa 2. Cover 4. Blitz on third down. If you get them to a third down, try to get them off the field. But otherwise, play it safe. User. And look at that. They throw a pick on the first play. All we did was put coverage out there. It's Heisman difficulty. The computer never messes up on Heisman. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You just saw it happen in real time. You just saw it happen. So now we're in a situation where we're going to go to the jet touch pass, I think, here. Yes, let's try that. Let's try jet touch pass. So we have a field goal, you know, unless the meter's going crazy. It's not really a gimme in this game, but we should have a field goal. Hey, see, I'm not sprinting until I get to the outside. I'm not sprinting until I get to the outside. If I would have held sprint too soon there, he probably would have shed that block. Now we're going to run mesh spot. This is another good example. Really good concept. We can't look at the routes because the crowd's going crazy. But we have the 2 drags meshing. Works good against man, works good against zone a lot as well. There we go. Tight ends open. That's a touchdown. We're up on Georgia. Look at us. Just cooking. And we're not doing anything crazy either. That's to say, I'm not calling hot routes. I'm not audibling. I'm not glitching. You know, am I using a couple plays that give us a good chance, like speed option and jet touches, which, you know, do work a little bit? Yeah. I mean, that might be what we have to do. We're playing Georgia here, you know. They outman us at every position by like 30 overall. So, you know, we got to do what we got to do. Make the tackle. Also, I wouldn't attempt going for a lot of hit sticks either. They're very hard to time in this game. Just go for a wrap-up tackle. You will have people complain about broken tackles, and yes, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of broken tackles in the game. However, if you're trying to hit stick every play, you're gonna have a lot more missed tackles. I promise you. So now we're playing bend don't break. They're running. It looks like we got to get in here and help out. We got to get in there and help out. He broke the tackle. He broke another one. That's fine. We're rallying to the ball, baby. We're not hit sticking. We're not taking guys out of the play. We're trying to just get bodies around them. We'll go cover 3 drop here. Look, we got a lot of guys in coverage. That's what we want. Extra guys in coverage. We need that. Are they running it again? We're getting in there. It's a play action. They got me. They faked me. And it's okay. We're all over it. I mean, they completed it, but we're on top of it. I mean, we're playing good ball here. We are playing good ball. We're almost to the second quarter, and we're up on Georgia. In Georgia. Just keep doing what we're doing. Are they running it? They are. We got to get in there and help out. We missed, but we limited it. 7 yards. It's okay. It's better than a touchdown. We'll take it. We're gonna go 55 high, and we're gonna go cover 3 cloud. I actually really like this coverage right here. Bring these guys down a little bit. I think it's okay. I thought he'd play action. I went for the QB there because I thought it was a play action. But all right, guys are rallying. They're playing. We're probably going to the second quarter here. Unless they hike the ball. I don't think they're going to hike this. Maybe they will. No, they're not. All right, we're going to second quarter. Everything's looking great. What we're doing, and this is the thing, a lot of people tell me like the game's bad because I can't win on Heisman. The truth is, some of y'all need to be playing on a lower difficulty, and that's okay. Not everybody's ready for Heisman. I play these games a lot, so I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to teach some of you guys that, you know, are willing to learn and you want to learn like what you're doing wrong, but some of you just aren't ready for it yet. When I play MLB The Show, I play on easy difficulty because I suck. But now we're at 4th down. I'm aware that I suck at the game, though. I'm not trying to play it on high difficulty. I wouldn't have fun doing that because I'm not good enough yet. I have to get better before I level up to a higher difficulty. Some of y'all need to be on freshman and varsity. Like, that's just the truth. Especially if you're someone that hasn't, like, played a football game in years. I don't know what this guy's doing. If you haven't played a football game in years and this is your first game back, you're not going to be able to play on Heisman. That's just not how this works. You gotta get familiar with the game again. You know, these games aren't as easy as you remember them being. So that's one thing. Sometimes you got to drop the ego and you got to say, hey, I'm not ready for this yet. And then you get better and you're able to play. But even me playing this on Heisman, I wanted you to know that I'm playing, you know, I'm playing a little scared almost, right? Because I know what I'm up against here. So now another thing we can mix into some slip screens too, because these are, you know, usually pretty good, the slip screens. But you got to get the ball out quick. You cannot hold the ball here. You got to get it out quick. Let's get it out. Just block from me. Now, I want you to notice what happened there. I'm going to replay that because that is a small, minor skill thing right there that a lot of people would have lost yards there and got mad at the game. Okay? Where I catch the ball, notice where the outside defender is. If I catch the ball and keep going outside, I am losing yards here. I pulled back on the left stick. I stopped him. I stopped him to pull him inside so that I allowed my blocker to go make contact, and then I cut it back up. If I would have just caught this and immediately, you know, the instinct is, let me just run to the outside. Let me try to beat him to the edge. I ain't beating that guy to the edge. He's got me beat, and he's a much better athlete. I'm not beating him to the edge. I got to cut it back up. So a lot of little things you're going to do from the perspective of the user is going to determine whether or not you get yards or not on a lot of plays. That's what it's going to be. And again, those are things you learn the more that you play. You get comfortable. We're in the pocket. Ball's out. Ball is out. Drag is open. Ball is out. I'm not looking downfield. I don't have time. I'm Ball State. Even if I was Alabama. I know I don't have all the time in the world. Not against another elite team. I'm going to have 3 seconds at best. And 3 seconds goes by really quick in that pocket. Drag's open. Ball's out. And he came down on it. Now he broke the tackle. If he didn't break the tackle, we get 2 to 3 yards there. That's okay. We're winning. I'll take 2 to 3 yards. We're winning the game, and we're driving. But, you know, occasionally the game will throw you a bone, too. You might not notice it, but the game throws you a bone. They'll give you a broken tackle, you know? And then we got more. We're going back to the screen. Good block. Good block. Another thing, if you can see you're in a situation like that where you're really not going to get extra yards, go out of bounds. Don't risk fumbling because, yeah, fumbles are kind of BS sometimes, but sometimes they're your fault. Sometimes you're trying to fight for a 1 extra yard in a situation where you don't need the extra yard. Just go out of bounds and don't take a hit. We're taking off. We're climbing the pocket. We're able to take off. And we're sliding. Again, don't go for the extra. I could have probably got the first down there at the risk of fumbling. No, I'm going to slide. Tap the X button on Xbox, square button on PlayStation. And you want to slide early. You don't want to wait till you're a yard away to slide. You want to be 5 yards away when you start your slide. Because you got to go into the slide animation. If you do it too late, you can get hit and fumble the ball. So, you know, again, a lot of times it's little things. Little things. Jet sweep, cut it back up. We could have had, better blocking there would have been a touchdown. But I'm not going to complain because we picked up the first. So, we're just going around the playbook doing simple things. I'm picking plays that have, you know, underneath routes or multiple. This play is another kind of mesh. The running back's going out. The little tight ends coming across. I'm picking plays that have quick routes underneath. I'm running options. I'm running jet sweeps. I'm doing things that give me a chance to move the ball without risking too much. I haven't taken a deep shot or even looked deep yet because it just doesn't make sense for me to do that versus Georgia. I'm scrambling, and we got to slide. See how early I slid there? We're going to no huddle now because, you know, time's starting to tick. I slid early. I'm not waiting to slide because I don't want to fumble. Back, they're blitzing, so we got to be mindful. Ball's got to come out. I saw him blitzing. I knew. I'm like, hey, I got a second and this ball's to come out. I held it because I saw that tight end was coming open, but I had to wait on it just a second. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to do another jet touch pass. It's been working. We're close. This is another thing. Now we're inside the 10. Very hard to pass here. Even if you're throwing it underneath, it's hard to pass because the defenders are closer to you. This is really when you have to pull out things like options and jet touch passes because you need something that, again, it allows you to make a play at the end zone without having to really, you know, put the ball in a tight coverage. And we're moving. We're moving. So I want to try the option. We're going to try inside zone first. If this doesn't work, then we may try the option on a third down. And we're going to let the clock tick a little bit. Now, I don't have the play clock on, so technically I can let it run as much as possible, but I'm just going to let it run like 30 seconds, which would be practical in a real game with an actual play clock. So we don't want to score quick, especially not in this game. Defense isn't the greatest in this game, and we're playing Georgia. I don't want to give them a minute to score. I want to score and have them, you know, under 20 seconds. So, you know, we're letting it run a little bit. We'll let it run to like 30. I think that'll be about where the play clock would have been. Excuse me, I got like heartburn right now. Old people problems, but it's cool. Cut it back inside, and that's a touchdown. Again, minor thing here. We're going to go to the replay because this is a minor thing here, but this was kind of getting blown up. You could see the DT. If I keep going to the hole that this was supposed to go through, that was supposed to go between 54 and 64. But the defensive tackle was shedding. If I go straight, I'm losing yards. I had to cut this back. And again, if you're holding turbo, it's very hard to do this. But because I'm not holding turbo, I just maneuver my stick back, hit the lane, and we score. A lot of times, it is little things like that are preventing you from getting points. Because if I did the wrong thing there, now we're in a third and like goal from the 3. I might not score on the next play, or I might fumble on the next play. Anything could happen. It's a lot of times it's very little things that are separating you from winning these games. And when people, like, again, I'm not speaking down on the people that genuinely want to learn and they want to know what they're doing wrong and they want to get better, because that's what my channel was built on, especially in the early days, was just teaching people how to get better. But it's more so the people that are arrogant about it, that think that they're better than they are and they don't want to accept that, hey, you're doing some things wrong, or you're not doing the best practices, you're making it harder on yourself, and then you're complaining that the game sucks, or you're complaining that I'm lying about the game being fun. That's what somebody told me. There's no way that you think the game is fun. If you actually played the computer on Heisman, you would know the game isn't fun because it's impossible to win. I'm showing you it's not impossible to win. And the thing about this is nothing I have done in this video yet is anything even remotely close to complicated. There's some small little nuanced things that I'm doing in terms of like knowing when to move a player a certain way, or climbing the pocket instead of having the bad habit of drifting back, which does feel more natural. We need to get out here and contain this. But in terms of the plays I'm running, I haven't done a hot route. I haven't done an audible. I haven't drawn up anything complex. It's been speed option, jet touch pass. It's been hitting drags. It's been, stepping up in the pocket and scrambling with the QB when it's there. It's been just playing vanilla defense that's not leaving me susceptible to getting bombed over the top or leaving just a big hole in the middle of the defense. If you're blitzing every play, if you're like, this is the thing, people will come play Georgia, good team or bad team, no matter what team you have, they'll come play Georgia and say, I'm gonna cover zero, I'm gonna press every play. And if your blitz does not come in, you're probably giving up a touchdown. You can't play like that. I will play like that on a third down, because at some point, yes, you gotta risk it. You can't be safe every single down of the game, especially as a bad team. You gotta pick your shots. It's the same in real life. Are there games where, a team will be very blitz heavy? Sure, because their opponent just doesn't know how to beat it. I remember one time the Dolphins ran cover zero blitz against the Ravens. It was a few years ago. They ran it the whole game. And they just, for some reason, just couldn't figure out the protection. They couldn't get it together. That happens sometimes. But usually teams dial up okay, this is where we're going to blitz in this situation. Or same thing on offense. We're going to dial up our shot plays here and there. Teams in real life ain't going deep every play like you want to do in the game. They're dialing up their shot plays. We got to get back here. Oh, we were so close. And that was user error. I was a step too late. If I had bailed a step earlier, at the very least, we at least knocked the ball down. So now they're starting to drive, but I mean, they're supposed to. They're Georgia. If you think we're going to stop them from scoring on Heisman, that would be the most impressive thing I've done in this game. If I stop them from scoring, period. They're running it. We got to get in here. We got to get over here. And he's faster than us. But again, I'm making, usering is going to be hard when you first try to do it. But you're going to be better off the more you do it. You're going to make a ton of mistakes. I make mistakes every game using. That's what comes with it. But I'm also able to help make plays like that and limit the run because I'm over there helping out. So you have to get comfortable using. You don't want to be on the D-line. You're gonna lose a lot more games being on the D-line. See, again, I'm getting over here. He got the first down, but at every play I'm in there trying to affect it. I'm trying to affect what they're doing. Now they're starting to get a little comfortable running the ball, which I don't like, but it is what it is. They're Georgia. They're good in the trenches. They're going to run the ball on us a little bit. So we'll pull the safety down a little bit, not too far down because I don't want them to get beat. But we're trying to get some extra guys in the box. And look who came in and made the play. It's funny when things just work out the way you would hope they would. We're gonna go to the replay. He came in and made the play because I pulled him down into the box, and I'm like, you know what? I need just a little bit of help. I don't want to pull him too far because if they pass, I want him to get back. I don't want to get beat deep, like I said, but. Pull him a few steps closer, he can help out. They go to run the ball, I take my user. All right, I'm going after the running back. He's trying to hit here. Running back sees that. Computer smart, he cuts back. Where's he cutting back into? Into the safety that I put right there. It's little things like that that will help you win games, because if I don't pull him there, that run probably goes for 7-8 yards, maybe more. Who knows? Maybe he breaks the tackle further downfield. Okay, I see him coming in motion. Oh, now he went back out. But notice if I see him motion, see, we're on the running back. Let's get down there. Let's make a tackle. Okay, he broke it. That's going to happen. Now it's third down. Now I want to blitz him. I want to blitz him here. But notice if I see a motion, I'm like, okay, I got to watch that motion. If somebody's coming in motion, more times than not, it's not for no reason. Sometimes it can be window dressing, right? They faked me with the motion. I thought it was coming in. It shot back out. At that point, I didn't vacate the middle of the field. I said, all right, I'm going to just stay with the running back because I missed out. Whatever I was trying to jump over there, I misread it. If I try to go run out there and defend that, I'm going to defend neither thing. So I'm like, I'm just going to stay home on the running back. They checked it down. They got some yards. It is what it is. But if I had ran out there, they probably hit the running back and get a first down. Now, we're blitzing here. We're taking our shot. We're taking our shot, and we knocked the ball out because he had to get the ball out quick. He couldn't wait. And now we force him to a field goal. Now, I'm just going to run regular defense because it's just my philosophy that you're not going to block kicks very often. I'd rather not have them do the run into the kicker stuff that happens a lot in this game. I'd rather them not randomly pull out a trick play. Take you 3. The chance that I block it is very small. I'd rather you just take the 3 than to me to accidentally give you a first down or whatever else could happen. So that's just how I play. But, I mean, we're going to play the game out, but I think I've proven my point. Georgia has 3 points on Heisman. We're going to pause it again. Just do a little check-in here because, I know people, have their suspicions. It's on Heisman. Would I win this game every time? No, I wouldn't. They would absolutely, if we played this game 10 times, they would definitely win at least a couple. They would. They might win 3 or 4. This game is going well. But what they wouldn't do if I'm actually trying is they wouldn't blow me out. Because I'm playing smart. We're going through our little motions. This is like, it's like a team that practice. Hey, we got Georgia. What is our chance to win? We can't turn the ball over. We got to control the clock. We got to do plays that are going to keep us in a good down and distance. You know what these plays are doing for us? Again, I'm not taking a hit here. I'm not breaking these tackles. They got me boxed in. I'm going out. I'm not fumbling. I'm not giving you the chance to get back in the game if I can help it. But what we're doing by running these plays, running the ball, speed options, screens, what we're doing is we're always keeping ourselves in a manageable down and distance. And when you're playing any team on Heisman, but especially if you're outmatched, you need to be in a manageable down and distance because if we're in a 3rd and 7, we have a chance to pick that up. If I'm in 3rd and 15, much harder. Much harder. Screen. Let's go. We didn't get good blocking there, but it's okay. Again, we're getting out. Got the first get out. I don't need an extra yard there. We're winning. I don't need an extra yard. So you can hit me? No. Absolutely not. And I want to mix in some more pass plays here, but it's like we don't really have to. You can see what we're doing is working. It's working. Now, I would audible to a run here typically. I'm going to try to. It might not go through because we're on the road. So I know if it doesn't go through, I know the pass play that I called, but hopefully it goes through, and it didn't go through. Okay. Running back's open. Ball's out. Ball's out. Get down. I'm not taking a hit. We're up. I'm not giving you a chance to recover a fumble. I'm not doing it. But you notice I see my guys open, balls out. I have not looked downfield one time this game, and I understand that maybe that's not the most fun way to play, but if you want to get better and you want to win the game, this is how you got to play sometimes. Again, if I had Alabama, I misread that. That was a mistake, and that could have been a pick. That was a very bad mistake on my part, but luckily we got spared. So let's go to 5 wide. But yeah, if I had Alabama, like I said, if I had a good team, I would air it out more. But I'm playing for the situation. I'm playing for what the situation calls for. I'm not going to beat Carson Beck in a shootout. I mean, maybe the way he's playing. Oh my goodness, that was bad pocket by me. Now here, I'm definitely punting. I'm not kicking a field goal here because the likelihood that I make it is rare. I don't even know if this kicker can make it because they're not even suggesting for me to go for it. But even if he had a chance to, I would still punt it here because on the road I probably am going to miss it, and I don't want to give him good field position. Now that was not a great punt because we put it at the 20, but it's all right. We're up 11 in Georgia at the end of the 3rd. We will take it. But again, to go back to what I was saying, yeah, maybe we could beat him in a shootout the way he's playing right now. But also the reason he's playing bad is because we're playing safe defense. We're playing very safe defense. We're not giving anything wide open. The throws that he's had to make, there's been coverage there. They've been tight windows. We're keeping coverage on the field. We're keeping people over the top. We've blitzed maybe twice this game, and it's only on 3rd down. Not going to blitz them every play because that's how we're going to get tore up. We got to get over here with the user. Okay, that's wide open. Everybody kind of come in there, converge on the ball. That's what we need. But, yeah, I can go play them with Alabama and pass the ball a little more and run around with Jalen Milroe and show you like a more exciting offense. But I'm showing you with Ball State to show you that it's possible to win. Oh, that's just horrible user by me. That should have been a pick. I've made mistakes this game. We could have a bigger lead. But yeah, I'm trying to show you that you can win these games with a bad team even. But in order to do that, yes, you have to play a certain way. You absolutely have to play a certain way. Okay, motion. So he might be getting the ball. Okay, no jet sweep. Running it. We're here. We're here. We're here to help make the tackle. We didn't make it, but we were there to help steer him. That's what we want to do. So, yeah, I mean, I could play a little more exciting for you, but I can't with Ball State. I'll be honest. I'm not going to air it out with Ball State. These receivers will not beat a press. They're not going to beat any man-to-man that Georgia has. And even if it's zone, a lot of it's going to be tight window. And I have a QB that's not good, which means he's not going to be that accurate. So, no, there's no reason to try to pass heavy in this situation. If I had a better team, I would. But I have to use a bad team here and play this way to show you that it is even possible to win with a bad team. Because if it's oh, that was bad user by me. I picked, well, not really bad, but I picked wrong. I picked the one route, he went to the other one. But look, we're in third down. We're not going to blitz here because, number one, there's no huddling. I don't want to change my play. That's fine. They're dinking dunking. But also because the game is getting, near the end here. I want them to work here. I don't need to take risks here. We're up 11. I don't need to take risks. I need to make this drive last as long as possible. I need to make this as hard on them as possible. Oh, get in there. And that was a dot. That was a Georgia Heisman dot right there. And that's okay. They're probably going to score. They are most likely going to score. And that is okay. Because we're going to have the ball with a chance to end this. Watch the running back. Watch the running back. Nothing's open. Nothing's open. Nothing's open. Nothing's open. Nothing's open. I mean, yeah, pass rush, you'd like to see it get there. The problem is, I don't know if I talked about this or not, but we had 8 in coverage. So when you're only rushing 3, you're not really going to get block sheds too quickly. And that's kind of intentional because otherwise that would make defense would be too easy if I got quick block shed right there because I had 8 people in coverage. I had everything smothered. I'm actually going to blitz them here just because they might run it. They might run it. But even if they pass, we might get to them. Okay. Oh, come on. Make the tackle. Make tackle. Make tackle. Good rally, guys. All right, so now they need a touchdown to win. But the goal here is to not give them the ball back. That's the goal. We don't want to give them the ball back. And win or lose here, I think I proved my point. Now, I'm going to go down because, again, I don't want to give them a chance to get a fumble here. That does me no good. So we're going to go back to our trusted plays here. We got to get out of here with a win. Like I said, I think I proved my point, but I would still like to get the win. Well, we're just going to keep it with the QB. Slide. If the option's open with the QB, you want to take it with him as well. You definitely do. Now, we have to be mindful. I don't have a play clock set, but I'm going to let the time run, but I'm going to call it every 30 seconds as if there was a real play clock because that's how it's going to be when you play a real game. So we're going to snap this around like 25 seconds. And that's a goal. Now we have to milk the clock. I don't know if that's another thing some of you do. Managing the clock is one of the biggest skill gaps in the game. And it's not really the hardest thing to do. You have to just be mindful of it. Managing the clock, stepping up in the pocket, not trying to play crazy, not doing just whatever you want to do every play. You have to manage the game. And you have to play smart, especially in these situations. Here we go. Get the block. Notice how I set up the block there. Get down. Get down. Stay in bounds. Clock runs. We're going to take another like 35 seconds off the clock here. So that should leave us, I'm trying to see where that would leave us at. Probably like 40 seconds, like a minute 40, something like that. We're going to like go to like a regular run play. We'll go to pistol. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, well now it's I forgot college has a 2-minute warning now. I'm still not used to it. All right, basically a first down wins this game. But what we don't want to do, look at this, beautiful. They're going to call a timeout here. All we got to do is get a few more yards. What we don't want to do, we definitely don't want to throw the ball here. We don't want to throw the ball here at all. We want to keep playing safe. Now, I want to do the option here, but the way they're like guarding this right here looks a little scary. It looks a little scary, but we got to go with it. Oh, that is maybe the best I've ever seen the computer play an option. Now, we could do. I said I didn't want to pass, but it's probably the right thing to do here. The ball has to come out quick. Now, I like that play with both guys underneath, the running back and the tight end. We could run a jet touch pass and win here, but I want to add a little degree of difficulty. I feel like that's just going to be too easy. The crowd's rocking here. Ball's got to come out quick. Remember everything we talked about. Don't drift back. Ball out quick. If we get sacked, we get sacked, and we have to play D. Oh, man, the running back got caught up, so we're out. Yep, and we won. Now, I didn't do what I wanted to do there with the QB. I got a little... I got a little flustered there because what happened was, and we're going to win the game, so it's cool. What happened was, then this does happen sometimes, unfortunately, the running back, he gets caught up. So one of our main routes on this play did not get out. This is an issue sometimes with the game. It sucks when it happens. But what I noticed here, so you can roll out. Rolling out is a viable option when it makes sense. And what you have to notice here is I got a little flustered, but if you notice, there's no containment because number 13 is running back. So there's nobody there to contain me. So I knew, I said, hey, I can drift this way now. And then I start rolling and then tight end up the field. We're going to dot it for a first down. Now, yeah, typically we're not going to do that, what we just did. But because there was no containment there, like your peripheral vision is going to be very important when playing these games because you have to be able to notice things that you're not directly looking at. You have to be able to sense things. I mean, they're shooting through. I think the game is about over. But we're going to just play as if it's not for a little bit here. We're going to call a jet touch pass. But, I mean, you want to play the game safe. You just don't want to try to do too much on Heisman unless you have a good team as well. And if you have a good team as well, I'm going to be honest, even with them sometimes, you want to limit. You don't want to go deep every play because if you do that, you know, you end up in situations where you're trying to beat the best difficulty in the game. And you're trying to beat it by the hardest way possible, which is making big plays. That's not how you should try to do this. Now, they will actually probably get the ball back. I think we'll snap it here in about a minute. And then they will actually have a chance to probably tie this. Unless we get the first. We're just going to run the option again. We're going to live with the results. I'm not throwing the ball here because I don't want to stop the clock. I don't really care about getting the first down here. I would like to get it, but I would much rather them have to drive the field for a touchdown under 30 seconds. Oh, we gotta stop the ball. We gotta stop the ball. That's my bad. They still bugged out. And I made a grave mistake there. I went out of bounds. And we're not kicking a field goal here. We're not because we're at the 23, so actually we could. Let's see how the meter's moving. We're gonna judge this. Yeah, the way that meter's moving, I'm not kicking this because I'm probably gonna miss it. Now, where I messed up here, I'm going to just go for this. Where I messed up was I sold out because I thought I could get the first down, and I wound up going out of bounds. Now, because it's inches, you know, I'll probably just go QB sneak and live with the results. Because even if we don't get it, they still have to drive about 80 yards. So I still feel comfortable with that, but we gave them a lot of time to do so, and we got the first down, so it doesn't matter. But you know, everything is situational. Everything is situational. But, you know, there were mistakes I made in this game that could have cost me. I missed an interception here. I go out of bounds right there instead of just go. If I just go down, at the very least, you know, they're going to have like, I don't know, 20 seconds left. But we still, because it was inches, it's pretty easy to pick up inches with the QB sneak. So hopefully, I hope, you know, if you learned something from this, number one, it's not impossible to win on Heisman. I did it the hardest way possible. Worst team, best team on the road. I couldn't audible really, couldn't hot route. I kept it simple and I won. And that's how you're going to win in this game. If you're going to be arrogant and say, I want to run around, I want to throw the ball up, I want to play crazy, you know, I want to do what I want to do, or, you know, the blocking's bad, but I'm not actually giving my blocking a chance to develop. Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of your games. And Heisman is supposed to be hard. So if you're not ready for that, start lower and progressively work your way up. There's no shame in that. If you want to learn more basic tips that'll help you get better at the game, make sure to check out this important video right here on the screen.